All the thing I should have done. Kok gue di game? Gini dong, gini dulu dong. Ah. Welcome back again with me. Kok background gue begini? Salah guys. Hehe. Nah, kita mencuri setup. Gue live nggak? Yuk. BPS bitrate-nya apa sih? Bitrate-nya lucu. 10.000. Nah, lah ngada-ngada bang. Kok gitu sih? OBS gue lagi tolol lah dari kemarin, by the way. Ya, welcome back again with me. Tapi gue nyetap dulu nih, anjir. Gue setup sedemikian rupa, cok. Tiba-tiba dia begitu. Fuck. Sabar ya. Sabar. Nonton sabar dong. Sabarin aja, sabarin. Nge-lag banget. Video gue nggak keluar lagi. Stream. Apa nggak keluar stream gue? Naik subscriber kita 1. Alhamdulillah. Sumpah, bentar. Sabar. Gak kedetek cok di YouTube-nya. Lucu banget. Gue tuh lagi streaming loh YouTube. Me right now, baby. People pulling up. Alhamdulillah. Ngelek ya. Ngelek nggak? Jing delay mampus. Sumpah, bentar. Sabar. Ini delay 10 detik deh kayaknya deh. Thumbnail mana? Konten live. Can I just stay here, spend the rest of my day here, 'cause you make me feels like. Nah kan, ya udahlah gini aja. Tolol anjir. Feels like I've been like a hepaan. Apa ya? Load game nih. Punya tuh gue load game.
Stick's not responding.
Gue nge-lag kah? Aku bingung nyet.
You've been out for nearly an hour.
What's our status, Alan?
We've crashed.
Yeah, I got that.
My hull is intact. Thrusters 2 and 4 are damaged and will require realignment.
So will my back. Can you let me out?
Not before we talk about your suit.
Okay, talk.
I'm reading green on seals, green on batteries. Thermals are
What, my Mac?
hours of oxygen, maybe 6 if we run the scrubbers hot. But Addy, we've had this discussion before. You won't have enough to...
it's
Kita
fine.
nge-crash ya, kita
I have a
nge-crash.
plan.
I'm concerned that...
I have a plan.
Understood.
Now, open the hatch.
The canopy hydraulics are not responding. You'll have to pull the manual release.
Seriously. This stupid
Tir,
piece of
jatuh lu.
junk.
I'm right here.
Ih. Jatuh gitu, bro. Ada orang ini yang pembuat kontol jatuh. Meninggal ya, meninggal.
There
Kalau orang asli meninggal. Yakin gua.
Fell into a stupid
Batu
fissure.
semua. Ya, fix
Looking
meninggal.
for a new way to reach the Spire. Or at least someplace where it will be easier to find my body.
Inilah naik. Cupu amat naik situ. Naik. Game ini ada-ada saja. Tell me right now, baby. I get a feeling. Tatung.
Looks a little
Squeeze.
tight.
Squeeze kan ngeremes ya. Au, apa tuh bang yang diremes? Menen. Pagi.
It's opened up again.
The surface temperature is dropping. We can't maintain your thermals much longer.
We're close. I can feel it.
I wish I shared your optimism.
Bocahnya optimis banget anjing. Udah lah, nggak usah. Wah, ini ada meja makan di sini. Bangunan.
Oh my
Ada
God.
bangunan, coy.
This has to be
Iya
it.
bang, itu bangunan bang. Lu kira gua nggak ngeliat?
What are you seeing, Addy?
I'm looking at what must be the Spire superstructure. I can see an exhaust port that might be low enough to jump to. I can't imagine how something this big has gone undetected for this long.
A 500-year-old storm?
I don't know. It doesn't seem possible.
Enggak ya.
Did you make it?
Kecuali emang kalau emang kayak gitu harusnya dia bisa lompat tadi
I'm
dari
in.
tepian jurang gitu.
All right, Grace. Let's find out what you've been up to for the past 9
Anjay.
years.
Bodinya semelehoy, coy. Save.
Hope my light still works.
Anjir, R. Gue situ.
You should see this spooky
enggak.
tunnel I'm in, Alan.
And why would I want that?
Come on, you're not excited?
You crash-landed me in a frozen hellscape and left me for salvage.
10 years of research, not to mention 6 months of spaceflight.
Lah, gue kira nyerosot.
But at what cost?
Don't ruin this for me.
Nyerosot sih, cuma dikit-dikit gini. Jatuh aja udah langsung. Nah, kalau ujung-ujungan lompat. Nuklir reaktor ya?
Labyrinth, but I'm still picking up the signal ahead.
And you can still hear me?
Nuklir
clear,
reaktor,
buddy.
Bang. Langsung objektif aja lah.
Decent condition.
Another good sign.
Sebenernya gue ngasal sih ini.
Everything about this place looks 30th century to me. It's the right era, the right size.
Don't say it, Addy. We've had our hopes dashed before.
Kapan nyampe-nya anjing? The gap. Kemana? Oh, kesini.
Ways can't be powered.
Falling love. Yang apa kok di server mute?
Enggak tahu. Oh,
Akal
gara-gara
lu.
nonton.
Kenapa?
Kan tadi gua nonton terus bocor sorenya. Jadi di server mute sama Ko Hengki.
This one's broken. I think I can crawl through.
Gitu.
Iya.
Jalan nih kipasan nih anjing. Oh enggak. Jalan mati meninggal gamenya selesai. Let's go. Tamat.
Jeez. That's gotta be over 15 meters.
And if gravity here is 1/6 of that on Earth, then a 15-meter fall here would be the equivalent of falling.
Math. It's probably
Nggak mati ya berarti ya kalau lompat dari sini. Oh iya gravitinya. Agak low.
If you've already jumped, haven't you?
Daya tariknya
Gosh, I hope
tidak
this is
menarik.
the way.
Kayak di Bumai. Shuffle. Nah, Mr. Simple. Makin dekat.
Whoa.
Are you hurt, Addy?
I'm working on it. The structure
Temunya
is
Leviathan.
enormous. This has to be the Grey Spire, Alan.
And there it is. The perfect setup for disappointment.
I found the beacon. The transmitter is on some sort of console.
It must be part of a control network for the megastructure.
You think we can make a connection here?
Theoretically, if you run a scan, I can attempt to connect.
Scan. Oke, scan.
The interface language is quite old and sophisticated. You can use your gyroscope to sync with the terminal. I have the first calibration position. The meter will indicate when you are close.
Hack. Tur kemana?
First
Yeah.
position is locked. Second calibration position is up. That's 2, and here's the final position.
Nice.
That's it. We're in. Accessing the network now. Oh.
Shit. Alan, you there?
Mati.
Alan?
Hello.
Ha!
A visitor. Let's have a look.
Where's Alan? Who is this?
Who is this? Who are you? Entering a home without knowing its host.
Are you... Grace?
Good question. I'm not entirely Grace. I'm running on just a small part of her logic processing.
Grace is still here.
And what brings you here?
My name is Adamari Ito. I'm an explorer.
Niat nge-hack malah di-hack balik ya.
It would appear I have lost much of my capacity. I cannot see very far beyond the room we are in.
I've lost connection with my ship's AI.
You won't need Alan here. I can show you around.
Will you be able to let me out of this room?
Of course. But until we are able to restore power to the station, I will require your assistance. There should be a manual winch set in the floor at the foot of one of the sliding doors.
Escape room. Lewat. Ngomok.
Look for a hinged floor grate at the foot of one of the doors. The winch is set in the
This
floor.
must be it.
Working the winch will open the door.
Let's go.
Do you know where Grace has been all this time?
Grace went somewhere?
She's been gone for hundreds of years.
I am running on a very
Aku mau
old
ke bawah.
server.
Bye-bye.
My memories predate
Okay.
the completion of the Grace Spire.
Grace ushered in humanity's golden age. Peace across the system, booming interplanetary trade, scientific
Oh,
marvels,
mainnya begini ya.
colonies beyond the orbit of Neptune. And then she was gone, and it all fell apart.
I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Well, you're a lot more than an archaeologist usually gets.
The first step to restoring Grace is to bring the Spire's power station back online.
Let's do it.
I'll light the way.
What do I do here?
This is a security panel. I am decrypting the pattern now. Ah, yes. Simple enough. You'll need to light up 9 buttons, forming a square at the center of the panel.
Okay, the 9 buttons in the center.
That is what I said.
If you're not Grace, then what do I call you?
I don't believe there are any identification strings in my base logic that would suffice.
I'll call you Logic then. For now. Till we have a better idea of who you are. And, you can call me Addie.
I will refer to you as
Aman. Let's go.
until we have a better idea of who you are.
So what exactly are you?
The station's emergency server had defaulted to Grace's original logic processing. That's me, as you've suggested. The server can also run a program dedicated to the control of infrastructure, and a third system dedicated solely to empathizing with and understanding humans. When power is restored, Grace's primary servers should come online, and we will become some small part of Grace's
Main pakai lift
consciousness.
lompat aja.
This looks like metallic rock.
The power station is set into the Spire's foundation stone.
The foundation stone would have been an asteroid, right?
Most certainly. About 50 cubic kilometers, from what I can recall.
Amazing. Most of
Uhuy!
Grace's origins talk about an asteroid.
Welcome anak
being
lanang,
killed
gimana
from
kabar
another
kamu?
place. Makes sense. There wouldn't be any construction resources on Ganymede and nothing to anchor the structure. I can't imagine the effort it would have taken
Harus
to
melihat
redirect
setup
an asteroid
baruku.
that big.
Eh.
We don't do anything. like that
Setup
today.
abang-abangan. Let's go. Nyala nggak tadi? Nggak nyala ya? Nyala nggak
Can you
shortcutnya?
open this?
With some difficulty, I will need to direct power from logic to control processing. And I will not function at the same cognitive level until full power
Gimana
is
kabarnya
restored.
gimana?
What do you mean at the same level?
Good luck, Addie.
You still there?
Where would I have gone?
You sound a little different.
Siapa lagi anjing?
Just stronger. The voice of control resonates through the very walls of the structure. I shall start the turbine after you prime the generators that open the spillway.
And this turbine still works?
It worked before, and it will work again. You shall find the generators on the platform at the other side of the room.
Enggak ya, enggak keubah ya? Keubah nggak sih tadi? Tadi tuh ini. Keubah. Aman. Oke. Nah. Setup api. Tolol. Baru kemana?
You must prime the generators first.
Makes sense. These look like holding tanks. How exactly do these turbines work?
Go to the 3 generators overlooking the turbine.
These look like crystal core processors. Amazing. You can find the material to build one of those today.
Enough, Addie. You must go to the generators.
So, why do you need
Ying.
what happened here? Someone ripped this apart.
For the last time, go to the generators.
Generator, oh ini generatornya. Full. Full lagi.
So,
Yeah.
do you share memories with the logic processor?
Indeed, we are all part of Grace. Aspects of her infinite power. Shadows of what was, and promises of what will be. I was
Konduksi
the
lucu
light
sih.
that shone in the darkness. I was the hand that divided the firmament.
Kan?
The turbine has failed us.
That's not good.
I must call upon you to cast out the wicked instrument,
The what?
the broken turbine. You must go to it now.
Alright.
Press turbine.
Going down.
Kencang nih.
I'm
Nice.
safe to be down here, right?
You shall not be harmed. You must uncouple the safety latches.
That sounds unsafe.
It is not.
Anjing. Gak aman nih ini ya. Baru meninggal kita habis ini.
You must now go to the magnetic crane.
Fuck.
You're sure I'll be able to fix this?
If you trust in my word, yes.
Ya, keren ya.
You know what's in these?
You must go to the crane.
Anjing. Apa namanya? Mutlak banget omongan dia. Kudu anjing, kudu. Kalau kata orang mari mah kudu. Harus buat harus.
You must first cast out the old turbine. Now cast aside the wretched unit.
Reaktor tai.
Now you shall place the new turbine.
Gua harus turun lagi. Mip 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 mip. Mip. Jadi mesin. Ngek ngek. Langsung jalan deh.
Hello?
Everett.
Everett, is that you?
Kan?
Grace?
Everett.
Kunci, oh udah dikunci.
Behold my power.
What's happened?
I am reborn. Humanity will once again flourish in the brightness of my glory.
This isn't right. Our processing has not combined. Grace has not been restored.
I think she was here for a moment. She was calling to someone. Do you know who Everett is?
No. With power restored, my mind is clearer, sharper. But I could not tell you who Everett is.
You must leave this place at once. Return to your vessel and spread word of my return. From Sol's fiery core to the icy Kuiper expanse, all must...
Kontol.
I've hijacked the volume control. I don't feel like this is going to be a short compartment. We'll see how long before he notices.
It took me nearly a year to get here. I want to know if...
Jahat ya dia ya.
There is more complex to explore if you head back to the control room through which you entered. We should determine where in the megastructure my central processors are located. Perhaps along the way you may learn more about this Everett.
I forbid you to linger a moment longer.
And he's back.
Like a divine comet, dive from the outer reaches and spread light and understanding to the inner
Please.
worlds.
I'm not leaving.
Yet more insolence.
So, are there any accounts as to why Grace was shut down in the first
Agak
place?
There's
agak
no
anjing ya.
record at all.
Nyuruh-nyuruh terus
That would've
kita
been awesome
diusir.
for
Kontol
great
yang ini tuh, yang laki itu tuh.
Much of humanity's record keeping
AI ini AI kayaknya.
So,
Bahayanya
shut down
AI ya.
100 years ago, so did the ability to record what happened. The research that
Kizuna
led to
AI.
Grace's oral history
Kizuna AI itu, Bang. Iya,
and
maaf.
some artifacts
Ampun.
that were covered on Earth and Mars. Relay devices that were once connected to Grace's network.
Mau ngecek inian gua. Halo. Coba tuh. Welcome ya. Sedang menonton. Ini agak delay soalnya. Tahu yang OBS gua, Nvidia-nya nggak mau nganuin.
From what I can tell, there is some sort of transit system on the other side of the control room, which should
Ih,
lead you to
anjing,
the other
gua
parts
kira
of the
orang.
spire.
Astagfirullah. Ini ya controller room.
I will illuminate the door leading to this transit system.
Yang mana? Kemana? Oh, kesini berarti. Security panel.
Alas, I require your nimble fingers again.
Alright, what's the pattern?
Another easy one. The Phoenician letter Tau.
Who would know that?
I don't know. Perhaps an archaeologist?
Tahu.
How about the Greek letter Chi?
Hah? Apa?
The Roman numeral 10?
Okay.
10 10 tuh
Please
X.
tell me you know your Roman numerals. How about a big fat X? You know that one? Perhaps it's the symbol you use to sign documents.
Just give me a sec. Got it.
Oh, let's
This
go.
is not the way to your ship.
Do you believe Grace could have done something to cause humans to
Bangsa
turn on her?
tanya disuruh
Like
diusir
what?
kita, giliran udah dibangunin dia tenaganya.
Humans would have been given no reason to question my bearing.
It's one of my theories.
Bacot
yes.
anjing.
This must be the main entrance. I'm guessing the landing pad is on the other side of the big doors.
That's correct, Addy. Though the pad appears to be buried under meters of ice.
Anjay. Rumah siapa, Bang? Tahu ya? Kita
Is this
tonton
an
aja.
airlock?
Yes, the spire beyond this point can be pressurized. I assume your suit has limited oxygen?
I have about 5 hours left.
That's quite a risk you're taking. Were you assuming station life support could be restored?
Well, can it?
I believe so. But for reasons I'll never understand, life support is controlled by empathy processing. I suppose they had to give it something to do. I will enable that programming now.
Udah buka anjing pintunya.
Hello, Addie.
Hello. So, you're going to get oxygen going?
The process has already begun, my friend. No rush.
Pati namanya.
If you let me accompany you along the path ahead, I can balance the environment to your life force as we walk.
Oh, here we go.
Wow. How are these plants still intact?
They must have been subject to a very sudden drop in temperature while
Bagus
still
lah ini.
alive.
Suka gua.
What is this place?
Remaining connected to one's natural world is important for a person's well-being. A fitting starting point for those entering the structure, don't you think? Do you see them, Addie? Life in perfect stillness. The flowers defying the hoarfrost. As you
Bagus,
divide
bagus.
the emptiness of space.
Ada apa?
Yes.
Gazebo-nya,
Which one are
kanopi,
you?
Pardon me?
Which one of these blooms best
Yopi and
embodies
Uno.
your spirit?
Seriously?
It's important I know these things in the balancing of illuminatory ergonomics.
Fancy words do not make this any less idiotic.
Go ahead, Addie. There are no wrong choices.
Terus? Portnya di sini.
By all means, take your time if you need it.
Suruh kemana? Oh,
This
ini.
one.
I had a feeling you'd pick that. You're a risk taker. There's a passion in you, a fire you can barely contain that drives you to complete your mission. I'm making the lighting adjustments now. You can make your way to the artifact display by the boardwalk.
Terus kemana? Gak kebaca ya, sorry. Confused gue sama pemandangannya. Nih. Suruh keliling dulu deh. Suruh milih, yang itu gak boleh. Kayaknya ada motion
Do
blurnya
you
deh.
recognize any of the objects in this section of the garden? I'd love to know what you think of them. For the calibration process.
Is this a lantern?
An expression of our certainty in the flow of time.
Ada
Masa?
anvil.
A craftsman spent months carving this remarkable device based on the
Nah,
absolute
tadi nggak
certainty
bisa.
that after day, night would follow.
All right, I follow. Am I doing this right?
You are doing splendidly.
I'm sorry. This cannot possibly be necessary.
Temperature preferences can vary considerably between individuals. Careful calibration is essential.
How about above freezing and we proceed?
It's really up to Addie. If you don't wish to consider more objects, I can set the temperature within a survivable range, and you can move to the pergola in the center of the room.
Nge-lag anjing. FPS drop. KBPS gue drop. Semuanya drop. Fuck. Apa ya? Oh, nge-lag. Nge-lag. Apa ya?